CBS Evening News with Scott Pelley. Latest news videos. CBS News. CBSNews.com vertical line CBS Evening News vertical line CBS This Morning vertical line 48 hours vertical line 60 minutes vertical line Sunday morning vertical line Face the Nation. CBS Evening News. Full episodes interviews Washington Business Health on the Road About Us The Team. Car chase suspect was not on Secret Service radar. Miriam Carey had undergone a mental health evaluation in December 2012 but had never directly threatened the president. Party leaders more concerned with public opinion than negotiating shutdown solution. As the government shutdown drags on, the people at the center of the budgetary tug-of-war continue to engage in a game of high-stakes finger-pointing. Colo. Federal workers on shutdown. We've been abandoned. NC conservatives explain support for government shutdown for communities dependent on national parks. Shutdown is economic knockout. 911 calls detailed New York City road rage incident. Occupants of an SUV involved in a road rage incident with a group of bikers in New York City details how it unfolded. 2 suspects in custody in New York City biker road rage incident. Chaos in D.C. after deadly car chase between White House and Capitol. The White House and U.S. Capitol were locked down after a woman hit a barricade at the White House complex, then led police on a car chase that ended when she was shot and killed. Police at Con. Home of woman involved in Capitol incident. Seniors lost in 10. Bus crash described as pillars of their church. First paramedic at deadly church bus accident describes victims helping each other. Coal miners suffers as U.S. production of natural gas increases. As U.S. becomes #1 producer of oil and natural gas, coal mining towns like Harlan, KY, see unemployment spike. Netanyahu, Rouhani a wolf in sheep's clothing. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu sat down with CBS This Morning anchor Charlie Rose. ICU patients often leave with dementia, study shows. New study examining brain function in more than 800 patients who spent time in the ICU found that 75% of patients leave the hospital with cognitive impairment. Emil Winning reports. Cancer drug shortages. On the road, the longest wait. The fight for Idlib. Stories behind the stories. Shutdown curbs CDC's ability to fight disease. CDC unable to produce weekly map tracking the flu across the country. Father dies saving daughter in Colo. Rock slide. A 13-year-old girl is the lone survivor of a Colorado rock slide that killed 5 members of her family. Leaks damage U.S. intelligence, Attorney General says. Shareholder says recent intel leaks tipped off Al-Qaeda have serious consequences. Against all odds, otters make a comeback in California. With the help of a Monterey Bay Aquarium's otter rescue team, sea otters have produced a record number of pups. U.S. companies help reach milestones for space program. Test rocket launch could signal Americans returning to space on their own craft, while a cargo ship successfully docked at the International Space Station. London tour boat catches fire. 30 people in London were rescued from the River Thames when their tour boat caught fire. Lack of communication resulted in hotshot deaths. Details of an investigation into the deaths of 19 firefighters revealed confusion and a lack of communication were major factors. Rescuers' tale of survival from Westgate Mall attack. Abdul Haji rushed to the Westgate Mall to rescue his brother when he got word that the shopping center was under attack. Nairobi Mall survivor describes hiding among the dead and dying. U.S. forensic teams join Kenya Mall siege investigation. Dozens unaccounted for as Kenya's president declares victory in mall siege. Hundreds of classic cars hit the auction block. Car collectors and enthusiasts from across the country are descending on the town of Pierce Neck, where hundreds of vintage cars will be auctioned off. Rouhani tweets news of phone call with Obama. President Obama's phone call to Iranian President Hassan Rouhani capped a week-long public relations offensive during his visit to New York. How well does accident prevention technology work? The insurance industry tested how well vehicles' high-tech systems prevent crashes. Auckland teen acts to right his father's wrong. After an Auckland widow was mugged at husband's grave, mugger's son knew he had to make up for his father's crime. Captain Sullenberger, pilot fatigue worldwide, underreported problem. Retired U.S. Airways pilot Captain Chesley Sullenberger discusses the alarming survey in which more than half of British pilots admitted nodding